the dancer and the dance. You cannot understand the dancer if you can't hear the music that the dancer is dancing to. You just think they're crazy, dancing for no reason. And so you see this awakening, Henrik, that's going on now as people are teasing out of this program version of self in the world, and they're starting to move that point of observation, and we call it an awakening. What is actually it is breaking the bubble that most people live in, which keeps a consciousness out.
And it's about time too. I mean, if I see it, I've mentioned this many times before, but I see it kind of falling two ways, because you seem to have one group of humans as well that are kind of falling deeper into the illusion, deeper into the bubble. It's almost like a computer game as well. You have a handful of these characters that you can choose between, in a sense, and their ability rather to actually being able to predict the future, to come up with to run a supercomputer on a program basically that has a preset program that is about detecting future behavior. You need to have a population that is very, very limited in these responses that you talk about as well. So it's about control at the bottom of this as well, and also to kind of limit the bandwidth of the consciousness itself and create a kind of a small-minded people in a sense, because once you get them inside of that box, they're very, very easy to be, to track their behavior, and predictable in a sense as well. So I feel that the control aspect is essential in this case, and that's why, as you said, David, they hate people who actually break out of the mold, because we have this illusion of individuality. What color do you want on your iPhone? That's how it's extended now, and uniqueness and individuality is almost out the door, unfortunately.
It's like I saw on a car sticker in California once, you laugh at me because I'm different, I laugh at you because you're all the same. This is the dynamic of it. But what you say there about squeezing the frequency, I'm absolutely with. I've been writing about that for years, because one of the big breakthroughs is when you start to understand that DNA is a receiver-transmitter. And of course, a receiver-transmitter operates on what? It operates on a frequency range. And these stories about in the ancient world, the gods lived among them. Well, I think the gods did live among them, because their frequency range of humans to decode reality into what we would call a physical reality was much wider, and therefore we could see these, quote, gods, because they were within the much more expanded frequency range that we could access and perceive. This genetic manipulation, I strongly suggest, a major part of it was to squeeze the frequency range that the human body computer, as I call it, body-mind, DNA receiver-transmitter, was receiving and transmitting on. And thus, the gods are still where they always were, but we can't see them anymore, because we are no longer going that far out in the frequency band where we can actually see them.
Sie haben sich durch genetische Manipulation unsichtbar für die Menschen gemacht. Und sie erschufen die Blutlinien der Hybriden, die Blutlinie der Illuminaten innerhalb dieses kleinen Frequenzbereichs der menschlichen Wahrnehmung, die als Kanäle für ihre Agenda gedacht waren. Die Menschen hatten keine Ahnung davon, und das Ganze dauert noch an.